allow Judas's decision to influence his destiny. He didn't allow Judas's decision to influence his destiny. You have to stop allowing other people's decisions to influence your destiny. Don't you know that what God has for you, no demon in hell and no man upon the face of the earth can touch it? Do you know that if something leaves you, if something's took from you, if something's snatched from you, it only means that it wasn't intended for you, because there's nothing, no force in hell and no conspiracy upon the earth that can stop God's plan in your life. Stop acting like you missed out on something. Stop acting like something was stolen from you, that something was took from you. If God wanted you to have it, nobody could have took it. But the fact that somebody took it means God's got something else in store for you. Stop letting other people's decisions influence your destiny. The woman who gave birth to you was never your mother, but you have to stop using that as an excuse for not obtaining your destiny. Your daddy was never around, but you have to stop letting your daddy's destructive choices be a curse that hinders you throughout the course of your life. I know that you've been hurt by people. You went to church and you was abused and misused, but you have to let that stuff go and stop letting their decisions influence your destiny. I know your family rejected you, Joseph, but just because they cast you out doesn't mean you have to miss out on God's purpose and plan for your life. Jesus refused to let Judas's problem slow his pace. I don't know if you got anybody around you right now, but if you do, slap them on the shoulder and tell them, don't let their problem slow your pace. Don't let their problem slow your pace. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, no matter what they tweet or post, don't let their problem slow your pace. See, that's the thing about them. They manufacture problems. They thrive in conflict. They get drunk on drama. They're always offended. They're always upset. They're always bothered. Nothing is enough. They're not content with anything. So if you let what's going on with them slow your pace, you're never going to progress, because there's something always up with them. There's something always wrong with them. They turn blessings into burdens. They turn privileges into problems. They manipulate the situation. They exaggerate details. They overanalyze words. They read stuff into things that are not even there. So if you buy into their chaos and their turmoil, you're never going to get anywhere. Don't let their problems and issues slow your pace. Their problems. See, that's the thing. It's theirs. Don't take ownership of something that's not yours. Don't take custody of something that's not yours. Yes, I'll pray for you. I hope you get over. I hope you get by. I hope you get through. But I'm not going to let your problem steal my peace. You were the one that chose to be offended. You were the one that chose to get upset. You were the one that took the worst case scenario. You were the one that read into that situation. That's your battle. That's your fight. I'm not going to let your problem slow my pace. It's not that I'm being insensitive. It's not that I'm being rude. It's just I know I got a lot to do and a short amount of time to do it in, so I can't step into unnecessary conflict. I can't step into fighting battles that are not worth fighting. I'm not going to let what's going on with you slow my pace, because I to accomplish my purpose so that I can hear, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Somebody give God some praise. Praise Him in your living room. Praise Him in the bathroom. Praise Him in your kitchen. I am loosing you today from being bound by other people's problems, from being bound by other people's decisions, from being bound by other people's choices. Their decisions, their choices cannot influence your life to the point that you don't attain what God has for you. I love that. I love that what I get from God has nothing to do with you. I don't got to go through a priest. I don't got to go through a pastor. I don't got to go through a family member. I can go all by myself boldly before the throne of God. Whether you do or not, whether you like it or not, whether you're for me or not, God's got something for me that no one else can touch. God's got something for you let their problem slow your pace. With supper finished, Jesus rises from the dinner table and begins to teach. In the midst of his lesson, he grabs a towel, pours water in a basin, and begins to wash his disciples' feet. The thought of Peter having his feet washed by Jesus is offensive to him. How could the master perform the duty of a servant? How could the leader cater to the follower? Peter doesn't understand. And human tendency is always to reject what doesn't line up with your reasoning. That's why you've almost rejected some of the greatest blessings in your life, because it didn't line up with what you had anticipated. It didn't line up with what you had predicted. It didn't line up with what you had in mind. So you almost rejected what God had sent to you, what God had intended for you to receive.